What about neighborhood involvement? Again, I mean, you guys are right there in the heart of downtown. How, either in the planning stages or during construction, or even kind of now that you're open, how is the project or DHIC interacted with the neighborhood, or the neighborhood interacted with DHIC?
So that goes back to, I said the original transportation center was finished in like 2007, 2008, I think. Maybe it was a year or two later than that.
Hmm.
But that land was sitting there, and actually it was the neighborhood, it was folks in the community that were the driving force behind getting this to where it ended up being as affordable housing. You look at groups like congregations, associations, and neighborhoods, Durham Can,
Hmm.
or the Coalition for Affordable Housing and Transit. Those two groups and other folks in the community really pushed hard for the inclusion of affordable housing on this site. And I don't think it would be here but for their involvement.
Hmm.
So having them involved early, pushing hard, is what made this project a reality in the first place. Looking beyond that at the community, we've obviously got the bus station as our neighbor. The NC Mutual building had recently undergone, pretty substantial changes. They've done some really amazing stuff there, put in
Hmm.
some co-working space. So there's some nice interplay there. And then you've got a bunch of market rate housing, and then the Capital Broadcasting site that's coming down the line. So it's kind of a unique community in the sense that it's not a neighborhood in the same way that you might think of other neighborhoods, but there's a ton of activity in the area. When you think of what that looks like and how the UDO plays into that, having retail space on the ground level is something that not all of the other spaces or sites do.
Hmm.
And so you're keeping that traffic, right? You're driving traffic. There's people coming from the bus station, walking around to get to the dental office. There's people from our site coming down and leaving, going to other stuff. As the University Ford site develops too, I think then you've got some push and pull of people going to and from, and that's really going to activate that whole streetscape in a way that it really hasn't been for a long time.
That's awesome. That's cool to hear, how having kind of that advocacy, third party advocacy up front really helped kind of push the city, and I think push probably developers to come up with a project that I think really fits a lot of needs, and, like you said, is unique, and maybe wouldn't have gotten done otherwise. So that's
Yeah.
cool to hear.